Hello my YouTube friends! There are a lot of good reasons to update to OBS 30. Today I'll tell you what's new and why if you use Mac to stream, you should probably update. So you know what? Let's get to it! If you've been watching this channel for a while, you probably already know my thoughts on OBS update. I'm an old tech guy who goes by the motto, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So generally speaking, if your stream runs great on your current version, leave it go until a feature comes along that you really need or want. Now in this case, there is that feature on Mac and I'll get to that in a bit. But first, let's look at what's new in OBS 30 overall. Now, as you can see here, there is a massive number of bug fixes in this update. Obviously, if you're experiencing any of these bugs, you should update your OBS. For the PC, you're gonna get full panel docks, which is exactly what it sounds like. The docks are gonna be the full height of your screen now if you want them to be. Now this is awesome for streams with a lot of scenes because it keeps the scrolling to a minimum. You can turn it on and off right here. And you can now have the YouTube control panel docked on your screen. If you connected your YouTube account, you can dock the panel and it shows the stream information like the number of viewers and some other stuff, similar to the one that Twitch already has in OBS that's been around for a while. You also get the ability to copy and paste filters from one source to another, which is awesome. And the last big one is the ability to run OBS in safe mode. Now when this comes in handy is for if you've ever had a plugin that breaks the system or becomes corrupt and OBS just won't start. You can start OBS in safe mode with no plugins running at all. It's pretty cool. Now for me, none of these PC updates warrant an upgrade if your stream is working the way you want it to. They're all just kind of nice to have, but it's nothing groundbreaking. Now for Mac, that's another story. OBS has finally integrated advanced audio features that allow you to add separate audio sources. That means you can add Spotify, Discord, and even browser audio sources independently and control each one separately. This is a long time coming for Mac users. Let me just show you really quickly how this works. Okay, so the audio thing works a little bit different than what you might be used to if you've ever used it on Windows. So here we have my camera in here and all that good stuff. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and click the plus and we're going to add this music source right here. It could be Spotify, it could be anything. It doesn't really matter. But we're going to go to Mac OS screen capture. This is how we're going to do this, and we'll just use music as the name and click OK. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do application capture. And we're going to drop this down and see if our application shows up in here, in which case it actually does. But you notice, there's not a lot of applications there. So sometimes you might have to go to show full screen and hidden Windows applications to see more. So now we can see Discord and some other things in here. And some of the ones that are actually hidden, might be Firefox and this sort of stuff. So if I go ahead and do this, now those will show up in our application capture or possibly our window capture. Sometimes you kind of gotta switch back and forth between the two. So in this case, we're gonna do the application capture, and there we go. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and minimize these. And there we go. So for the application that we're going to capture, we're going to capture Discord here. And you can see now I had opened Firefox and Finder and Google Chrome, and now they're showing up. So sometimes you just got to kind of activate them to make them show up. We're going to select music. We're going to click OK. And here you can see an example of how it will show up stuff that's underneath the OBS window now, so you can actually record it if you want. We're going to go to transform and we're going to fit this to screen. And there you go. So you can see that's exactly what we have under here. So if I bring up my OBS, it will stay as visible right here. You don't have to leave it visible on your screen. You could just click that And what we can do is we can go and bring it up. And what I would do, since it does appear that in order to hear the audio, it has to be visible, all you have to do is just move it off the screen. And we can still hear the music. So what I'm going to do is go and bring it up here to show you that it works. And we're going to go ahead and click the play button on here. And then when I turn it off, you can see that it stops working. We can add any application in this way. So we'll go here and we'll go to Mac OS screen capture and we'll do Discord. So if you're going to try to get audio from Discord, you can easily do it. You just click OK. And we're going to go with application capture once again. And we're just going to bring this down and select our Discord right here. And there we go. And needless to say, it does bring it up on the screen, like I said before. But you don't have to show it on the screen. Transform, and we're going to fit it to the screen. And, you know, if we don't want to have it on screen, we could just minimize it, kind of move it off the screen like that. And there we go. We don't have to worry about it, but as you can see, it has an audio source now. So any of the audio channels that were opened up on Discord, we'll be able to hear them. We'll be able to hear them. And the nice thing is, if it's open underneath our OBS, we're going to be able to see it. So you can see here that we have our music opened up right here and our thing opened up right here. So when we add it into OBS, we can see those things right here. Let's go ahead and transform this and fit it to the screen. And we'll look at the music one right here. And we can just fit that. And that's exactly what we would see underneath. We can move one above the other, however we want. And there we go. So we can physically see things now on Mac that aren't minimized but are under the OBS screen, making it a lot easier to do broadcasts where we want to show a video or something that's in the background, but we still need to be able to see OBS. Makes it really easy to see what we're going to get. But more importantly, we can now grab that audio and use it for our live streams. So Spotify and any other thing that produces audio, including Chrome or Firefox or anything like that, we can now capture that individually. It's awesome. This is a huge feature for Mac. I love it. Another cool Mac addition is the ability to hide OBS for recording your screen. This is particularly helpful if you're one of those streaming on a laptop and you only have one screen. So there you have it. For those using a PC, you can probably take this one or leave it, unless you have one of the many bugs that are fixed with the update. However, for Mac users, you're going to want this one for sure. The audio functionality has been a long time coming. And if you're new to OBS and you want to see how to create a simple live stream, you should definitely check this video out. And if you'd like to connect with me, you can join my live streams on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I definitely look forward to seeing you there. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Feyrer Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.